Hey, welcome to another episode of Chadz Beer Reviews. This is a beer I got like a month and a half or 2 months ago when I was down in Binghamton at the brewery, although they're in Horseheads, not Binghamton. This is the Horseheads Pumpkin Ale. Orange pumpkin color. The head did come up to the rim there, so about 2-3 fingers. Actually, it's one of the clearest pumpkin beers I can recall. Most pumpkin beers usually tend to be pretty hazy. Wow, that is just liquid pumpkin pie. It's actually a lot like Southern Tier Pumpkin. Just that like graham cracker. Huge cinnamon on this one. Huge cinnamon. That's pretty much all I can smell. Maybe a little nutmeg, those other kind of potpourri kind of spices in there. It smells like pumpkin pie. And when you smell pumpkin pie, usually that spice smell you're smelling usually is cinnamon. So, no further ado, let's get into this one. Cheers. You know what beer is good when the first pull is like that big, especially compared to the ghost chili pepper beer I did last night. Wow, that was really good, really delicious. It's just liquid pumpkin pie. Sort of like pumpkin, but not like to the intensity of pumpkin. Like pumpkin, depending on it's different every year. Some years it's like really boozy. This year I remember it being pretty boozy. This one is it's pretty soft. Like this is just more. I mean, 7% ABV, so it's big, but it's not huge. It's just liquid pumpkin pie. I get a lot of cinnamon. I get like the generic, well, not generic, just the typical spices, nutmeg, ginger. Yeah, so right away, you like cinnamon right away. You get like some maybe nutmeg or ginger. Almost got like an apple cider kind of taste on it. The mouthfeel is like a little thin, and it's not. It feels like the carbonation has kind of died down a little. It almost has like almost like lager kind of texture. Like it's like, for 7% beer, it's like a little bit more body than this. Like it's not, although pumpkin actually is pretty thin, and that beer is really crisp too. Though you do get a nice kind of boozy quality from the alcohol. I'm not really getting any alcohol in this, which is nice. I love that it's just pure pumpkin pie flavor on the finish. It's actually kind of refreshing as soon as it hits the tongue. Leaves like it's got like really light spice aftertaste, but yeah, I'm gonna sip on this a little longer. We'll come back with my final thoughts while we take a word from our sponsor. Cheers.
Hey craft beer drinkers, have we got a book for you? The Handbook of Porters and Stouts. This book documents the greatest examples of dark beer available on the market today. From old world traditional brews to American craft breweries pushing the boundaries of what dark beer can be. You'll learn about the origins of the styles as well as the brewers behind the beer. Available in bookstores November 11th or pre-order from Amazon at a discounted rate today. Come to the dark side with the Handbook of Porters and Stouts by Josh Christie and Chad Polenz.
Alright, so let's rate the Horseheads Pumpkin Ale. For aroma, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I love the way it smells. It's just liquid pumpkin pie. I love the huge cinnamon notes. It's great. Appearance, I could go, it's definitely a 4, bordering on a 5. I mean, you got some nice lacing on there. I like the clarity. I think 4 is, fair. 4 out of 5. Taste, I'm going to go 9. Like I said, really great tasting beer, just liquid pumpkin pie. It's not absolutely, wonderful, like Southern Tier rum aged pumpkin, like that one, but this one's really good. For palate, I'm going to go kind of low because the mouthfeel is kind of thin. It's a little undercarbonated. It drinks more like a 5-6% beer, and this is 7, so I don't think it's like completely efficient. Although then again, this bottle is a little old. That shouldn't really make much of a difference. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I do like the fact that you can't really taste or feel the alcohol. 4 out of 5, I think that's fair. Overall, I'm going to go 16 out of 20. That's a total score of 4.2, which is a 9 out of 10 on my scale. which is you know, an excellent beer. It's not quite world class, but it's really, really good. So there you go. 9 out of 10 for I almost said Southern Tier. Horseheads Pumpkin Ale. If you live in upstate New York, you might be able to find this. Pennsylvania, New Jersey might be in that area. It might even be on clearance right now, but I could drink this any time of the year. I've seen them bring this to Tap New York in April, like a fresh batch that they made just for the Brewfest, and it was great then too. So yeah, thanks for watching this episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Remember to check out my book, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers.